So, kind of covering a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today. So, the first thing I want to talk about is some tips on how you can start connecting with academic and engagement resources on campus. The next thing I really want to focus on is the different resources that we have that you can use to be helpful, to be successful and connect with the university. We're not going to be talking about all of the resources there are because there's a lot of resources to help you be successful while at KU. But we made sure to highlight the top 10 that we think are really important to kind of just know about as you're going through your college journey. So the next thing we'll be talking about is how to navigate resources websites, especially too, as if you want to learn about a resource. Sometimes it can be a little bit confusing. And so kind of knowing how to navigate a website, find that critical information, and learning how to connect with a staff member or an office can be really helpful. And then lastly, kind of talking about how you can engage and communicate with staff members in these offices on campus. So first things first, I think it's really beneficial to know how to start utilizing these campus resources and just how you can start engaging with them going forward. So that's what I wanted to focus on first. So understanding that the academic and engagement resources that are here at KU are here to ultimately help you. If you need help with classes, with career planning, or getting involved, make sure to reach out to these resources as soon as you need them. Our office, the Academic Retention and Engagement Center, can act as a bridge for you to get connected to these resources. So if you want to discuss in the future about I want to start figuring out my career, we can maybe help you get connected with the University Career Center. If you're kind of figuring out what you want to get involved in the near future, we can help you get connected to this Student Involvement and Leadership Center. So make sure to either, if you feel comfortable, reaching out to these offices, or make sure to reach out to us so we can best help you going forward. Next big thing is understanding that these programs are resourced to help you academically, mentally, and holistically to be successful. So these support programs are to help you better understand course content, prepare for an upcoming job interview, connect with student organizations, and much more. So if you need these resources, yet again, please utilize them because they are here to help you and help you be successful in a variety of different formats. And then kind of lastly, if you're having any difficulty with anything, so if it's like writing a paper, figuring out your class schedule, don't hesitate to ask questions. Asking questions can be really helpful for you to better understand the university policies, the things that you can utilize moving forward. So make sure you're asking questions because it'll help you grasp the information a little bit better and the potential material that you're learning from these different resources in these different offices. So don't hesitate to ask for help, reach out. These resources are here to help you in a variety of different ways, and make sure to ask questions because, to make sure that these resources can best help you and your needs, asking questions can be really helpful. Okay, so any questions about tips on how to utilize these resources at KU? Okay, so next we're going to be talking about campus resources. Like I said before, this is not a full comprehensive list of all the campus resources, just ones that I think are really beneficial to know about as you're entering KU. So first things first, I have to plug our office because we act as a bridge and can be really helpful to you connect with other resources that are on campus. So the Academic Retention and Engagement Center, also known as AREC, kind of before I go into the nitty-gritty of the offices, a lot of KU departments and offices love to use acronyms. And so I made sure to specify the full title and its acronym because you may be hearing both at a given point in time. So I'll maybe saying the acronym, but I also may be saying the full name as well. So AREC, so the AREC initiatives are created to support students' needs through their transition to KU and through graduation. So this office helps develop workshops and events to help promote academic success, professional development, and community building. So we really want to make sure that you can be successful as soon as you enter KU and up until you graduate. And we're here for any and all things that you may need to help you be successful. So we are located in Summerfield Hall, Suite 350. Our office hours are Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then to learn more about the ARC, you can always visit our website at engagement.ku.edu. Follow our social media because we normally post about different events that are coming up and going on, especially during the fall semester at KU_AREC. You can always email us at arec@ku.edu or call us at 785-864-7022. So next really important resource is the Academic Learning Center, or the ALC. This is basically our tutoring center on campus. So the ALC offers many services and programs to help assist students in their academic success and to enhance your collegiate experience while at KU. So there's a variety of different tutoring options. You can choose from individual consultations to group workshops or general or course-specific academic assistance. And you can do this by appointment or on a walk-in basis. And so the Academic Learning Center is located in Wesco Hall, room 4017, and their office hours are the same as the AREC, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then to learn more about this office, yet again, you can visit their website at learning.ku.edu. You can always email them and inquire about their resources or what they offer at learning@ku.edu, or can always call them at 785-864-7733. So that's a little bit about the Academic Learning Center. Another really great resource that can be helpful on the writing side of classes is the KU Writing Center. So especially to being able to get feedback and have other people coach you while you compose and write a paper can be really helpful in college, especially too, as from personal experience, I'm not the best at writing papers. So being able to utilize the KU Writing Center and be able to get active feedback of how I can improve upon my papers and really submit a good quality product in my classes has been really helpful. So the KU Writing Center is a place for students to have a productive talk about your writing with a trained peer consultant to help you brainstorm, draft, and revise your writing projects. And so they're really here to make sure you can be constructive and learn and how to improve upon your writing going forward. So they are located in Anschutz Library, room 424. Their office hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then yet again, like similar offices, but this office particularly does online appointments. So to learn more about the KU Writing Center, but also to schedule an appointment with their office, you can visit their website at writing.ku.edu. You can always email them at writing@ku.edu, or can always call at 785-864-2399. So something else that could be really helpful is if you may need accommodations in your classes, and to be able to seek accommodations for your classes, you may want to get connected with the Student Access Center, or SAC. So the Student Access Center assists students with disabilities by facilitating accommodations that remove barriers to their academic success. So this office authorizes any reasonable and appropriate accommodations for qualified students with documented disabilities, assist students in self-advocacy in their classes, educate KU about disabilities, and ensuring compliance within federal and state law. So if you think you may need accommodations for your classes or have had documentation for accommodations in the past and want to register them while at KU, the Student Access Center is located in Strong Hall, room 22. They are open from Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So to learn more about this office and how to request accommodations potentially, you can always visit their website at access.ku.edu, email them at access@ku.edu, and then you can always call them at 785-864-4064. So you may be wondering, oh, I really want to talk to an advisor and really make sure that I have my course schedule planned out, especially for the next academic semester. And so visiting the Undergraduate Advising Center, or UAC, may be really helpful to make you academically prepared for the next semester with having a course schedule. So the UAC helps students to explore your major options, provide guidance, support, and resources throughout your collegiate journey. So the office serves all exploratory and pre-professional students at KU. So they're dedicated to serving and assisting you with any and all advising questions that you may have, and also helping you with developing a course schedule for the next semester and making sure you're staying on your academic plan and you graduate within a reasonable amount of time. So the Undergraduate Advising Center is located in Summerfield Hall, room 315. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And so to learn more about this office and also to schedule an appointment online for an advising appointment, you can visit their website at advising.ku.edu or email them at advising@ku.edu. Or you can always call at 785-864-2834. So finances are also very important. And so knowing your financial aid and your scholarships that you have to make sure you are able to pay for your classes and tuition is really important to make sure you are aware of financial aid and scholarships. So the office are here to inform and advise you about financial aid policies and scholarships to prepare you for a successful college experience moving forward. So the office has financial aid counselors that can help answer any questions about FAFSA, financial aid policies, and much more. So to make sure you're staying on top of applying for your financial aid, knowing your financial aid package, knowing what scholarships you have and what they apply to, making sure you're communicating and getting connected with financial aid and scholarships can be really helpful. So they are located in the KU Visitor Center. Their office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's been kind of a normal trend with most of our offices here. And to learn more about the office and the resources that they offer, you can visit their website at financialaid.ku.edu. You can always email them at financialaid@ku.edu, and always can give them a phone call at 785-864-4700. So something else that can be really important is knowing that we have a campus cupboard on campus. So our campus cupboard is a food pantry for KU students, staff, and affiliates. It was created to address and reduce food insecurity among our campus community. So if you think you may need to utilize the campus cupboard, make sure you bring your KU ID and a reusable shopping bag with you so you can pick things up from the campus cupboard. And so they are located on the 4th floor of the Kansas Union. They are open from Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So that's one office or one resource that's opens a little bit later, but it's from 9 to 5. So to learn more about the campus cupboard, you can always visit their website at foodforjayhawks.ku.edu/campus cupboard. If you always have questions about the campus cupboard and what's offered and what their policies are, you can always email them at campuscupboard@ku.edu or can always call at 785-864-4060. So especially navigating classes can be really important, but also making sure you're figuring out what you want to do with your career going forward can also be really beneficial. And so this is when the University Career Center comes through. So this is the UCC. I can really speak a lot on behalf of this office because I am actually a career coach during the fall and spring semester at the University Career Center. So the UCC provides a range of services to support and challenge students at all points of the career development path. The career coaches offered individualized career coaching, planning services, outreach programs, provide career resources and opportunities to network with employers. The Career Center helps with career planning, internship preparation, resume reviews, cover letter reviews, interview prep. So how to navigate an interview and how to answer questions effectively. So the Career Center pretty much helps you at all steps of a career development process. And so they are here to help you with developing your career. So if you ever want to come and schedule an appointment with the University Career Center, we are located at Summerfield Hall in room 206. Their office hours are Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And to learn more about the UCC and how you can schedule an appointment, you can always visit their website at career.ku.edu or email them at ucc@ku.edu, or can always give them a call at 785-864-3624. So I know we kind of talked a lot about like academics, financial components, and then also how to develop your career. But I also want to talk about how you can balance your time and start getting involved on campus outside of the classroom. So that's where the Student Involvement in Leadership Center, or SILC, comes in. So SILC prepares students to become contributing members of society by providing meaningful co-curricular experiences. And so through SILC, there are over 600 plus student organizations that you can get involved in based on, what you want to do for your career, your personal interests, or maybe your major interests. So there's a lot of different things that you may want to get involved in through student organizations. So SILC can help you get involved outside of the classroom to help develop leadership and professional skills and to find your niche at KU. So if you have any questions about how to get involved and how you can go about getting involved, you can visit SILC in the Kansas Union at room 400. Their office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And so to learn more about the office, you can visit their website at silk.ku.edu to learn more specifically about the student organizations that are on campus, what these student organizations entail and when they're meeting. You can visit the student organization specific website called Rock Chalk Central at rockchalkcentral.ku.edu if you want to find more information about the different student organizations that are on campus. You can always email SILC at silkfront@ku.edu, or can always call them at 785-864-4861. So if you want to get involved, I think that's really great to balance your time with your academics, but you may be also considering how you can start volunteering. And so the Center for Community Outreach is a really great resource and office to start getting you to think about how you can start volunteering and potentially giving back to the local Lawrence community. So the CCO provides meaningful service experiences for students to address the various needs through collaborative partnerships and empower our community through education and advocacy. So the office encourages ethical volunteering in our local and global communities by responding to community needs and organizing semi-annual days of service. So if you like to volunteer or would like to volunteer in the future, the Center for Community Outreach can be a really great office to connect with. So to learn more about the office, you can always visit their website at cco.ku.edu, or can email them at cco@ku.edu, or call them at 785-864-4073. So kind of ran through those a little quickly, but I was just wanting to provide a brief overview of a couple of the different offices that we have. But before I go into kind of the next section of our presentation, I wanted to ask y'all, do you have any questions about any of the offices whatsoever, or just any questions in general? You can always, unmute yourself or pop it in the chat.
So I will also say, for sure, that may have felt overwhelming because that's a lot of information about a lot of different offices, but that is why the AREC is here for you. So if you are overwhelmed by that, same way if you're going to the grocery store and there are 15,000 different types of toothpaste to pick, that can be the exact same feeling that you have here. And the AREC can be the office that helps you sort of filter and distill that down. Did anyone have questions about anything specific or anything general?
Okay, well, I guess we'll continue moving on. Definitely to Desiree's point, these resources can be very difficult and very overwhelming at times. And so recognizing our office is here to support you, to help get connected. And then also we're here to help you on how you can start navigating and learning about these resources a little bit more by viewing their websites. So kind of a brief overview of how to navigate a campus resources website. So greatest thing that you can find from these resources websites is you can learn about the office and the services that they offer, their hours of operation or contact information, or the different events or programs they're hosting during the academic year. So being able to visit their website and know what they're offering and seeing the different events that you can potentially engage in can be really great in looking at. Sometimes it can be very confusing, especially certain websites have a lot of different tabs and things you have to click on to go to one specific page. And so we're going to kind of show you kind of a brief overview of how to start navigating different resources websites, just to kind of develop a better understanding of how to go about finding the information that you may need. So this is an example of the Academic Retention and Engagement Center's website. Most with an asterisk resources websites look like this. Some will add different tabs and have different resources within their website. So this is just kind of a general overview. So just kind of hinting like the basic things that are normally encapsulated in a resources website. So normally it'll have a home page. So this is the Academic Retention Engagement Center's homepage. And so if you ever want to click on or see different pages that are offered through a resources website, all you do is click where it says menu. It's like 3 lines and it'll open up like a slider that'll show you the different pages that you can potentially click on to learn more about a resource. So kind of as I went through this, these are screenshots, but this shows the different pages that you're able to open through the menu tab. So they'll normally have a home tab that'll allow you to navigate back to the main page, a programs tab to learn about the different programs this resource offers, an about section, which tells you about general information about a resource and their role in KU, at KU, a contact tab to learn more about contact information and where the office is located. And then normally lastly, there's like a people tab, which shows you the people that work in the office and just hear a little bit more about them. And potentially their contact information will be there as well. So if you are ever just needing to quickly find like information about a resource and how you can contact them or where they're located on campus so you can go visit the office, to do so quickly, all you do is you go on the home page of the, a certain KU resources website, you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and normally underneath where it says the University of Kansas, it will supply where the office is located, the address, their email information, or phone number if you want to call as well. So if you're like really crunched for time and want to find out where this office is located or how you can contact them quickly, normally on the homepage, scroll all the way down. It'll be in that little section below. So that's a brief overview of like how to start navigating a KU website to learn more about the resources. Any questions about navigating KU websites? I know that can also be a little overwhelming as well sometimes too.
So here I will also add KU staff might have a fairly high turnover rate. So, it's always possible if you're trying to connect with a certain person, maybe they're not in that office anymore. I myself have worked in, I think, 6 different offices during my time at KU. So like Matthew mentioned, just scroll all the way to the bottom and that's where you find the general office's email address. That can be really helpful if you think you're emailing a person, but they're not getting back to you, or they get back and just say, sorry, I don't work in that office anymore, without then further, helping you to figure out who to contact as their replacement. That's a good way to just get that general resource for any specific office that you're looking at. And that'll be a starting point. And, that might feel frustrating to not be able to connect with a specific person. And if you are the type of person who wants that person-to-person connection, that's again where the AREC can be helpful, because I've been in 6 different offices, I know all kinds of people across campus, so I can be a resource to help connect you to a person in those spaces.
Yeah. Basically, when in doubt, I think if this is the only thing y'all remember from today, when in doubt, if you're struggling to contact with an office, contact the AREC, because we're here to make sure you can connect with the office and build that successful connection. So yeah, when in doubt, contact the AREC. We're here to help. Any questions with anything so far? Navigating the websites, anything at all? Okay, well, I guess we will keep going. So next thing I think is really important is talking about how to communicate with staff, especially when it comes to faculty members. I know it can be really daunting to email them, and then just so much so it can be with talking with a staff member or emailing a staff member. So I wanted to kind of cover that a little bit too. So KU staff members are trained professionals that can help you with connecting to other academic or departmental resources on campus. They have they're very knowledgeable about academic and departmental policies. So when it comes to like drop and add and withdrawal policies, when it comes to classes and a variety of others. And then these also are staff members to help you assist you with your academic and professional goals that you may have while at KU. So like I mentioned before, sometimes it can be intimidating or overwhelming to connect with a professional staff member. Biggest thing to remember is that they are here to support you and they really want to make sure you can be successful while at KU. They are here to provide support in any way that you may need. And it's important to reach out to them if you ever have any questions or any concerns with anything. Like we mentioned, when in doubt, if you're ever unsure of how to connect with an office or would like some help in connecting with an office, you can always feel free to reach out by connecting to our office or by emailing us at arec@ku.edu, because we want to make sure we can provide that help for you. KU staff members are always here to help with anything you need. If you need help with anything, make sure you ask as soon as you need it, so we can provide that necessary support if you need it. So kind of going back to the AREC, I know we've kind of mentioned this before and we've talked about this, but the AREC and our staff members are here to help you with your academic and professional success as soon as you come here to KU. I know I've kind of used this phrase too. Our office ultimately acts as a bridge to help you connect with other resources if you need help with like tutoring, writing, or other academic assistance, or if you want to get involved and want to figure out how to do that as well. We also connect with other offices too. So I know we connect with the University Career Center to hold different engaging and informative events to kind of help you with your development while at KU. So you may be able to kind of learn how to connect with other offices by the events that we engage with the other offices too. So just a little bit more about our office too, and we're here to help. So kind of going on the lines of communicating and kind of how to create an effective email when connecting with a staff member. So when you're emailing someone, making sure you're using and calling them by their proper title. So using Mr. or Miss. This is just like a minor caveat that I wanted to include in here. So some staff members may also feel comfortable with addressing them by their first name. So I know for me, when students email me, in the University Career Center, I'm more than fine with them calling me by my first name, like, hi, Matthew, good morning, Matthew. But some other staff members may not be as comfortable with that. So make sure you're using your discretion when addressing a staff member with their first name. Not every staff member may be comfortable with that. So just use your discretion. So when composing an email, make sure you're including a proper greeting. So this could be good morning, afternoon, evening, or dear. And then making sure you're using a proper closing. So sincerely, best regards, or thank you. Those are just a couple that I wanted to include as examples. That's not like the ultimate end all and be all of a, greeting and a closing of an email. Make sure you're being respectful and using a formal tone when communicating with a staff member. So make sure you are including a subject line, a proper and brief subject line that kind of indicates why you're communicating with the staff member. That subject line really provides a really great like brief statement of like why you're contacting that staff member, so that staff member can really understand very quickly. It's like, okay, this is what they're trying to do or why they're trying to connect with our office potentially. So an example would be if you were trying to schedule an advising appointment with the Undergraduate Advising Center, you may have a subject line that would be advising appointment. It clearly tells the staff that you're trying to schedule an advising appointment within their office, and then they can help you with scheduling that advising appointment. So make sure before you ever send an email, make sure you read through it thoroughly, like you would with a paper, to make sure you have proper grammar, punctuation, and no spelling mistakes. I think it's just a really good habit to get into to make sure that you are properly communicating what you want, asking the questions in the email that you may want to ask, and then also just kind of satisfying why you're reaching out to that office and doing so effectively. So always make sure, read your email before you send it. So wanted to kind of provide just an example of how you would craft an email to a staff member. So I just included an example of how you would want to schedule an appointment with an office. So I said, good afternoon, Miss Nyans. Hi, this is, you'd insert your name there. I hope you're doing well. I'm contacting you to see if I would be able to schedule an appointment with you for this week. I have some questions about the AREC and I wanted to discuss it with you if you had some time. You know, I'm more than willing to accommodate with dates and times to meet with you. Let me know what date and time works best for you. Thank you for your help and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Sincerely, blank, your name. Pretty much it's straight to the point. It kind of clarifies what you want to meet with them for, what you're trying to connect with them for, and telling them that you're flexible with dates and times that you may want to schedule an appointment with them. So this is just an example of kind of how you can go about crafting an email. It's not like the perfect example, but it's just something to kind of give y'all a resource to kind of go forward, and kind of just to understand of like how to go about composing an email when communicating with an office or a staff member. So that's pretty much all of the information we have for today. Do any of y'all have any questions about anything at all, or just any comments, concerns that we can kind of talk about?